Oh crap, I forgot to turn something on. Whoops. Knew I'd forgotten to do something. Howdy everybody, welcome. Sorry, I will there we go. So, how has everybody been? Welcome to the Glass Laying Network, where we do nothing but lay glass. My name is a giant block of pink stained glass. And I'll be temporarily laying glass. There we go. Okay. I do believe, there we have it. Everything should be more or less in order. Alrighty. So how have you all fared in the last 24-ish hours since we parted ways? Pretty great. Alright, I'm doing alright. 2Kaz money. Welcome. Welcome, one and all. So, for the most part, apart from being addicted to White Knuckle, which, you know, that's how it is. White Knuckle has just absolutely blown me away. I'm very happy that that update finally came out. I did a little bit of that earlier as well. I played it. I found some things and learned some things in White Knuckle that I didn't learn yesterday organically on stream. But hey, that's how it goes. You know, you don't expect to learn everything instantly. You have to kind of experiment a little. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. So, in other news, in Space Valk 3, I've had to forego using Future. My internet seems to more or less be alright, as far as I can tell. But I've had to forego using Future for the minute because it interacts very poorly with this printer. Is it me or frame rate dipping in weird ways? I might need to like restart my computer. I don't know. Haven't had any trouble at all today until now. Wait, you're rebuilding Space Valk 3 on 2B2T? It might just be. I gotta, let me run out of pink glass because I didn't make nearly enough. And when I'm done with pink glass, I will, I'll go up top side and show you. Hey, Bash. Yo, Jack, based off the pacing and feature availabilities of recent updates, how are we going to get an end update similar quality of 1.16? That's a really good question. We probably won't. But we could at least get that height increase. I mean, that is, in my opinion, the very, very least that could be done. Increase the height of the end. Give us a greater sense of depth, I guess. I don't know. Something like that. The ability to build more items is needed. Build higher, bigger, better, and so on. End update parts 1, 2, 3, 4 coming soon. Yeah, it feels I don't know, it feels odd. I'm wondering how realistic that end update even is. Whoa. Yeah, if it doesn't happen, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I already have like very, very low hopes for Mojang and Microsoft as it is. So like, I don't know. I don't know what to expect anymore. Like, these last 3 or 4 years have just so thrown me for a loop. Before, it was like you could predict the pace of how things would go. And events were kind of like understandable. Now I don't know anymore, man. I heard that EA was selling a bunch of their product, their series and stuff, to a Saudi Arabian, I don't know, whatever group they are, some sort of an interest group. Like, what? That's what I mean when I say, like, events these days are just getting so weird and unpredictable. Saudi Arabian interest group wasn't on my bingo card. Buying EA. Not that EA was a good company or anything, but like, I don't know, it's weird. It's just very, very, very weird. The world has gotten a little bit weirder. Maybe that's not a bad thing necessarily, just not a thing I would have... I don't know, it's making it harder and harder to keep up with what craziness could happen. Whoa. It's the void. Guess somebody missed a spot. Welcome to the glass placing channel where I place nothing but glass. Oh, what's that? I made that joke already? Well, too bad. Tonight, my job is to be the biggest pain in the glass anyone can imagine. EA buying 2B2T. Oh, God. Actually, that would be EA buying Microsoft, which would, or Minecraft or whatever, which would then... I don't know what that would do, but that would not be good. I don't know that I would want them buying any of this. Like, I can't predict how things are going to go anymore. And so that kind of makes it difficult to keep up with why things are happening the way they are. But yeah, no, I don't want anybody buying Minecraft. Like, if it's not exactly Notch, I don't want them touching Minecraft, because at least Microsoft has kind of been hands-off, kind of. It doesn't really matter ultimately, but like, I do want a level of purity for this game. You know, I have a level of quality, not purity. I have a level of quality that I'd like this game to meet. Will it ever meet that? I don't know. Probably not. We'll see. What printer am I using? I can't tell you. Sorry. I got a special mod from someone, and I can't say any more than that. That's how it is. Sorry. Microsoft does a good job of keeping updates. Yeah, that seems to be the case. And as long as they more or less... As long as they continue to keep their hands off a little bit more, like we don't ever have another chat reporting fiasco or whatever. Like back in 2022 where they were like, no, you will submit to your Microsoft overlords. Like, if they never go any farther than that, which honestly I don't put that past them at all, but if that ever ends up being the case where they just stay hands off, I'll be all right with that. I mean, to be fair, Microsoft was quite hands-off for a while. They weren't perfect or anything, but still. The devil you know versus the devil you don't. Okay, wow, I didn't even make one full revolution around the disc. Man. I need like 20 shulkers of pink glass. Actually, probably 40. I don't know. It's hard to say right now exactly how many. I need a lot. Hello, Fern. Random question. When your PSU died, did it damage any of the other components? I don't believe so. Oh, it took the motherboard and RAM with it. Oh, no. No, when my power supply died, it just didn't boot up. It would not turn on. I'm so sorry to hear that, Fern. Wow, motherboard and RAM. That's so rough. Well, I hope you have a backup laptop or a crap top or whatever device it is you can do things with, because that's how I had to live for like 2 weeks, or nearly 2 weeks. An annoying, frustratingly long amount of time, but not like not the worst of the worst of the worst, but still pretty bad. Although I won't lie, I got a faulty power supply unit when they replaced it, but that was like factory. That was a factory fuck up. That wasn't their fault. The computer people who helped fix everything. They were saints at the computer place. But nah. Yeah, you got to get new RAM, and that's already like $200. And a new motherboard, that's another $300, depending. Yeah, I tell you, there's no winning with computer troubles, is there? Need a teleporter here? Yeah, you wish. Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah, a teleporter would be nice, but I'm not. Well, wait, I have a teleporter. What the fuck are you talking about? You're not. You need to have to. You have to come out here. Like, if you come out here, that'd be a different matter. Need a teleporter here. What the fuck? What was under this? I don't remember this building. I'm sure I built it, but I don't remember what it was going to be. Oh, I know where this is. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, there's all the white glass I placed in the video that I made. You can see it all quite nicely there. Very lovely. Lovely little, whoops, wrong button. Lovely little, you know, screenshot there, screenshot here. Proof that this is on 2B2T, etc., etc. Yep. Anyway, hard drive's okay, but the rest isn't. Yeah, losing the hard drive would be the ultimate just... Oh, that'd be so crippling to lose one's hard drive in this day and age. I mean, I guess you may have a backup, but still. Okay, so while I don't remember whatever this was going to be, that doesn't explain why I didn't put sea lanterns here. Very strange. I'll probably come through and fill this area with water later. Or, well, actually, maybe I should have done the water first and then had them do... Or, no, wait, they couldn't print underwater very efficiently. I forget why. There had to be like a set sequence of things. Time to destroy my frame rate. There we go. Was there anything in the middle here? There was not. This is all just supposed to be water. Well, that is strange. Why did I hollow out a spot here? I think I was going to have it do something. But I don't know what. I don't remember. God, I had to have built that building like 3 or 4 years ago now. The building that's on top of that gap. Who knows? Yeah, this is all 4 or 5 years ago now. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. Will I release any more building videos? Do I need to make another building video? Like, I mean, do you mean building as in like what I made yesterday or day before yesterday, rather? You know, the type of video I released Sunday? I guess I could. I don't know. I don't want to do too many of those because they're kind of low effort. Maybe a maybe a rambly kind of video where I just run around and do stuff. Build Space Valk 3, print things, that kind of thing. Hey, Enderkill, welcome. I'm just smacked into it. Yeah. Do be careful. Decided today that I was not going to print one of the most common blocks, but some more rare stuff. So chose birch log, somewhat random. Dig in and out of every topiary bell jar. Oh. Well, now, at least the topiaries, they're pretty easy. Like, just turn off the printer. Just disable printer. And then just break a 1 block tall hole. And then just wiggle into it with your elytra. And then get in, do your printing, and then get out. And then you just seal the hole behind you. That could work. Though I don't know for sure what sort of setup you use or what you do specifically with like keybinds and such. Found it very entertaining. Okay. All right. Well, I might do that then. Just a little 2B2T update video. Yeah, I guess I could do those every once in a while. Similar to yours, just semi-annoying, need to toggle the printer every time. Oh. I have a button on my mouse that turns it on and off. I don't really notice it that much. Okay. Let's neutralize that shulker box. Oh, you didn't even know I still played? Until that vid? Oh, wow. Whoops. Well, you know, maybe there's something to be said for videos. I prefer streaming myself, but like, whatever. If it works, it works. We shall see. I might make them once every so often. Maybe something like a vlog, but on 2B2T. Yeah. A video log, a vlog. But instead of it being a vlog, a video log, it'll be a mlog, a Minecraft log, or 2B2T mlog. I don't know. The naming's a little iffy. I'm gonna have to work on it. Another thing that I'm trying to get. Trying to finish all the quartz. Because there's still bits of quartz here and there that's missing. Feels really bad. Quartz is like my #1 priority after glass. Not having the glass makes it feel a little more lifeless, because the glass brings so much more color to the whole affair. Oh no, we're down to the last stack. It's the final stack now. Okay, well, Ripperino, I don't have enough. Well, I guess it's magenta glass or nothing. Okay, well, unfortunately, that's the end of that. I will probably need to go scare up like 4... No, probably... Yowza. Now that I'm looking at it all, I'm probably going to have to scare up like 12 to 15 more shulkers of pink glass. I had like 9. That really didn't get me too terribly far. Oh. I didn't even realize we had this giant open area. What the... Wait, is this the Champs-Élysées gate? I bet it is. Yeah. Oh, I recognize this. Yeah, there was this giant frog exhibit, because frogs were like brand new at that time. Yeah, I know where I am now. Wow, seeing things not fully fleshed out just really fucks with my mind. Okay. Huh? Ow. Why? Why was the oak log here printed? I don't get that. Oak log shouldn't be printed here. What? Ready to shatter that ass. Okay. How many blocks? Oh my god, dude. Approaching 8 million, I want to say. I've forgotten how many exactly. It's a lot. Most things hollowed out is just below 10 mil. Okay. Yeah, we did a lot of hollowing, so it's probably not as much as it could be or would be normally. Some buildings were made solid because I was a lazy son of a bitch. And it didn't occur to me that that would inflate the number of like blocks. Though I don't know that anyone would really care. So I don't know. 8.9, wow. All right, now it's time to plaster the glass. Fuck. Just this one elevator tube is like a lot of glass. You wouldn't believe it. Just saw Minecraft Live and what people are doing with shelves. Ooh. Yeah, the new shelf is interesting. I don't personally know yet what I want to do with shelves. But I can think of at least 2 or 3 interesting ideas. I can make that slot machine I've always wanted to make. Make tool racks, make pillars with interesting, you know, decorative faces on them. There's a lot of options. Awesome interior and even exterior decoration. Yeah, definitely. I'm thinking I'm gonna see what, like, first of all, I've not actually had them in my hands yet, so I can't really like say too much on them because I've not personally experimented with them. I was kind of that way with the copper bulb. Now I'm like fully on board with the copper bulb and a few other things. Me personally, I need to have it in my hand, and that usually means experimenting with it on 2B2T. Yeah, it's coming together, Himes. So I don't know. As far as Space Valk 5 is concerned, for the shelf and for other things like that, we'll see. We'll see. How frequently do I stream? Pretty much every weekday. Usually at about this time, though. Tomorrow is Wednesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow is Wednesday, the 1st of October. So I will be streaming in the morning, or morning my time. So that'll be at 10 a.m. my time. So don't get too used to stream being at this hour. Like, it's at this hour on Mondays and Tuesdays, usually. But yesterday was an exception. Yesterday was White Knuckles' Big Bad Update. I really needed to be a part of that. So that's purple stained glass panes. Purple magenta. Players have made more art on the map than anyone can change on 2B2T. Yeah. Oh man, it's something. The sheer amount of screenshots I've taken from this angle, like this right here. Oh, and I think yeah. Let's see what it looks like with shaders. Come on, there we are. Yes, this is the third time, Super Zach. That's why it's called Space Falc 33. Good God, that's so cool. Okay. I can't stand Quake Pro. Let's get a more normal field of view back. Throw on some more glass. Oop. And also turn off the shaders because it's just not... It's not tenable to keep this whole area loaded with the shaders and have the schematic. I need the schematic overlaid on top of everything or else I can't print, which means no progress. Just is what it is. But in other news, I guess white knuckly news, I managed to beat the Abyss again today. I got a bunch of new crazy stuff. I would do more white knuckle, but I'll save it for Fridays, you know. I should have streamed that on Friday, but I couldn't wait. I had to do it the moment the update went live. You watched Pitfall's video on Crowbar, okay? Yeah, it was pretty neat. Pitfall interviewed me again. Speaking of Pitfall, he and I talked about like some of the awful things people do online, like harassment and such. It was enlightening. We had, I don't know what exactly sort of video he'll make from it, but it's going to be interesting. What I think of Vibrant Visuals, I don't have it, and it's not a Java thing, so I don't really think about it. I'm sure it's fine. I can't imagine it's all that bad, but... Personally, I prefer shaders. Actual, real shaders. Not them fake shaders that Mojang thinks will placate us. Uh-oh. Oh, that's all purple. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, that's... Nothing but purple glass, huh? Were there even any spots of purple not yet printed? Ow, ooh, ooh. Ow. Anyway, I think all that's left is the magenta glass. Like, there's some bits of black glass that I've seen that are missing, but... And black glass stain panes. Yeah, there we go. I knew there was a floor missing here. Floor pattern, something like that. Black, magenta, and I believe that's everything. Oh yeah, all of these elevator tubes. These are going to be massive water elevators. There we go. Oh, right. This had quartz stairs, I believe. Man, when you stumble across a thing you did like 3-4 years ago and it's like a lost memory in a sea of lost memories, it's that's a wild experience to go, wait, when did I make this? What is this thing that I'm looking at that I know I made but I don't fully recall? So yeah, I'm gradually drifting down as I print out. Whoa. There we go. Okay, maybe don't do third person again. That discombobulated me greatly. Disorientated. What the fuck? Okay, internet. Internet's being fine. Okay. Perfect. Oh yeah, there really is an emerald beacon pyramid over there. I remember seeing that in the video I made Sunday, or I released Sunday, and going, where is that beacon pyramid from? I don't recall there being an emerald beacon pyramid, but yeah, no, that's all the way over there. There definitely is a beacon pyramid. Here, since I don't have a zoom of any kind, I'm going to use my Mojang approved Optifine zoom that I know I definitely have somewhere in here. Oh god, did I not? I didn't make a spyglass, and I don't have the means to make a spyglass. Uh-oh. Wait. That's odd. I thought I had a spyglass in here. I have echo shards, but I don't have a spyglass. Man. Oh well. I guess I'm not as prepared as I thought I was. Oh well. Still got to do more quartz stuff. Finish up some bits. Ducking? Forgot to watch it. Okay. Hello, El Cayman. Since Horizons interacts decently with shaders for some time now. Okay. Good. Yeah, it's a shard and 1 copper, but or 1 shard and 2 copper, but like I don't have the amethyst shard. That's my problem. I have not prepared. I didn't think I needed to have a spyglass or whatever, so that's probably why I didn't bother. Think this is a good location in the end for this base, or do you think there needs to be an end update to actually have a different opinion or different options to build a base in the end? I don't know, man. Base hunting's out of my hands, really. The nuances and subtleties of base hunting will just change. So even if, you know, giving us, quote, more options or whatever, whatever it is that you're referring to, like however your suggestion would be made manifest, at the end of the day, the base hunters will just adapt. You know, they'll just base hunt some other way, and you'll just be left, you know, trying to figure out how to hide stuff. And like, the dance goes around and around and around, and it never stops. Like, there's no real stopping it. I don't know what to tell you other than, you know, whatever will be, will be. I'm not concerned about it because I can't change it. At a certain point, you can't change the things around you. Kind of just have to accept them. It sucks to have to accept the things that you can't change. But damn, is it really, really necessary. If you never accept the things you can't change, you will drive yourself insane. Okay. Let's get up here. What do I think of the addition of shelves? Oh, I like them. They're a neat idea. I just wish, I wish we could get that stuff sooner. The end looks the same. Ah, right. Yeah. I would love for that to also change. I'm not a fan of the end looking exactly the same in all directions. Okay, that's a full box. Partially full. Partially full. Hey, Ender. Oh! Well, thank you. I didn't really need an eyeglass that badly. I did kind of want to look out from that bottom area. Okay. Well, bye. Thank you. I'll, have to do something to thank him later. I was a bit bored anyway. Fair enough. Okay. That's an empty box. Ah, shit. Purple, nothing. Spare quartz. Purple stained glass. Ow. I was super surprised that they had no idea they would be used for furniture and other things. Oh, yeah. Other than shelving. Oh, man. Well, I mean, if ever there were a decent argument for Mojang just does not understand how to make the game good. Like, if ever there was an argument, they just don't know what they're doing. That would be it. Ooh. I'll take some pearl. Well, the background music's gonna mess with whatever that is. Hey Jack, first time stream. Do you only stream on YouTube? Yes, I only stream on YouTube. People seem to even kind of make new textures with it just by placing blocks like heavy cores in it. Oh, interesting. I don't really need purple glass. I need magenta. Yeah, I need magenta more than anything else. Okay, I have to turn this entire mound. Oh, Jasane Johnson, thank you for joining the memberships, man. I appreciate that. I also love hearing your stories about from 2B2T. Feel like Fit doesn't explain everything as well. Well, that's because Fit either wasn't there like I was, or he got his information like secondhand. No offense, but like Fit's never been very good at gaining the information that he needs to, like, in the way that he should. Realistically, you should be making your own history. You know what I mean? Okay, where were dies. So yeah, it's very much a matter of, do you have any idea as to why things happen the way they did? Like, I'd always gone out of my way to learn why something was going on back in the day. I can't really do that as easily now because there are just so many groups and things going on. There's sort of a limit on the amount of information you can collect and process as an individual. Your ability to understand every single thing going on and every little plan being made and just everything on 2B2T is so much more overwhelming than it used to be. That's just kind of how it goes. There isn't really, you know, there's no helping this. Ooh, I hear that gusty garden playing. When the garden is gusty. I hope we don't run out of glass. That's my genuine worry. I may yet. Oh well. I'm sure people have some donator, someone will have something. I don't know. He's the only one you can find videos on YouTube about history, yeah. Well, it's not that bad. His stories are very entertaining. Fit's always been good at entertaining. I'm not really like that entertaining by comparison. But I do strive for a little bit more accuracy, I guess. Also, you have to understand, I played longer than Fit. I've been around longer. I knew more people. Like, back in the day, it was night and day different. But hey, times change. I don't know. I also have noticed that this sort of period, I want to say since a little before the 1.19 update, this period of like newer 2B2T, right? Updated to 121.4. Like this newest version of 2B2T, it's not like bad or anything, it's just different. I don't think people have yet acclimated to the idea that there's like modern versions. Some people have. How am I trying to phrase this? It's like there are people who are trying to live pre 1.19. You know what I mean? Like there is a There is a sleeping giant waiting to be awoken. And, like, I know what you're thinking. Like, 2B2T has 670 players on right this moment. Like, that's a lot of people. But that's why it feels like it's a sleeping giant. Like, no real major events have happened. Have you noticed that? We've not had a big, bad upset like NoCom. There hasn't been this big fucking dupe. Like, there just hasn't. From what I've heard, there have been private, small, quiet dupes, but, like, that's not. That doesn't mean anything. Like, it doesn't feel like anything is destined to happen. It just feels like, you know, we've gone a long time since the 119 update. And very, very, very little has collectively happened. That was 2 years ago. So in 2 years, things have just been kind of quiet. Like, things are going to have to... Something's going to change, right? I don't know how to put it. Like, it feels like there has to be, you know, by law of averages, there just has to be this explosive event. And I don't mean explosive like literally, but like there has to be some crazy something or another that has to happen. Like an 1111 dupe. Or another NoCom. Or, you know, I can feel it in my bones. Something big is going to have to happen. And with 700 almost people online, 675, like 25, just a mere 25 more people, and we'll be at 700. In September of 2013, it was like the deadest I'd ever seen 2B2T. Like, legitimately just the most least happeningest, boringest time period that I can think of was September 2013. Not that it was bad or anything, you just had to have a sort of taste for quietness. But, like, it was that way with the Russia War. We had the Russia War break out. Everything was just sort of like, well, uncertain. You know, we had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people continually playing and were always online. And eventually that yielded the 1111 dupe. And at a certain point, like, something's got to give. We have to, right? Something is going to have to be that match to gasoline moment. And obviously the longer and longer and longer, you know, time goes on, the more likely an event that is to happen. It just feels like for a little while here, we've been kind of like cooling our jets. And so the reason this is important, to speak to what you're saying, Jay Sane, we've really not had history being made, right? Like, we've had updates, we've had drama around said updates, and that is historical in and of itself. But since the updates have come and gone, nothing's really happened. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like we've been doing stuff. The 2B2T experience is... it's like bubbling under the surface. Something's gonna have to happen. And I'd be willing to bet my money on it being soon. Sooner rather than later. Like, I don't know. It's so hard to really... Oh, thank you for the super chat, Jason. I appreciate that. It's just... it's odd for nearly 700 players to be online right now. And this has been the case for 2 years straight. And we've not had any major historical defining thing. Like, I guess maybe there are some quieter things happening behind the scenes that we just don't know about. Bases being griefed, being built, whatever. Like, things that won't be openly discussed until afterward. I don't know. Maybe Space Valk 3 being recreated is one of them. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I just feel like we're in a lull in 2B2T history, right? We had a high point with 119 and the drama and all that accustomed that, and then we've hit this low point. It's like a dip, you know? Like, I could graph it out on paper or whatever, but you get what I mean. Like, we've been in this dip for quite some time now. It's not a bad thing, because there are natural ups and downs and ebbs and flows to everything. It's just odd that we've had this much 2B2T, this cutting edge 2B2T, with this many players, and yet it feels like something historical should be happening every month. Kind of. Like, that's my impression. That can be a wrong impression, right? Maybe that's just not how it works. I don't know. It just... something doesn't feel right, I guess, is the way to describe it, you know? Like, we're due for an explosion of something. Some event's gonna happen. It has to. But I don't know what. I don't know how. We're just in this quiet period in that 2B2T history is just kind of rolling along, you know? No bumps in the road. Nothing crazy is really going on. It's just kind of business as usual. And you do kind of learn to appreciate business as usual, I must say. Business as usual does have its charm. But that this many people, this much stuff, like it's bound, something's bound to give. Something is bound to change. And I mean, just looking at Fit's video output in the last year, right? What was his last video? Wasn't it that stinker of I traveled up and down the whatever highway on foot and nobody knew who I was or whatever? Oh, whoops. Wrong one. Where he was like, I'm going to travel, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, that's real neat, Fit. Who asked? Like, I'll never forget when that video went live. That was the exact impression I had. I don't want to dunk on Fit too badly, but like, that was exactly my impression. I was like, that's neat. Who asked? It just felt weird. Because, like, that was not 2B2T content. That was just I don't know. That was just kind of like that video felt very LARPy. That was kind of my problem with that video. Fit traveling some overworld highway to blah, 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 whatever. I don't even remember what the motivation was. That's how bad of a video that was. I don't even remember why it was made. And it just felt very LARPy, you know? Like, this video was made entirely to be 2B2T in name only, or to be as surface level 2B2T as possible. Like joining the server, buying Prio for exactly 1 month, wandering around the greater spawn area, and then leaving forever. Like, that's LARP. That's peak LARP. And that was exactly what that was. It just felt hollow. That's really my problem, is that that was the hollowest 2B2T video Fit had ever done. Whoops. It was devoid of any real substance. What the fuck? Where did I put... Where are you at? Gotta remember that Fit is not that active anymore. History is often not written by the winner, but the content creators, and Fit not being active, yeah, maybe. Where the fuck is my empty shulker? Oh, there it is. God, stupid blind eyes of mine. This lifetime of having spent hours upon hours upon hours in front of a computer screen. Oh my God, we're all going to be super blind. When we grow old, we're all going to be like absolutely worse off than our great-grandparents ever were. I like you more than Fit because you give raw impressions of how you feel. Well, thank you. I guess that's better than nothing. I suppose raw impression is, it's a preferable state of being. How'd you feel if Chris Chan started playing? Oh my god. Oh wow. Oh, that's an interesting hypothetical, Dots. Ooh, okay. Well, provided someone like Chris Chan wouldn't get harassed out of existence, right? Let's be honest here. If Chris Chan joined the server, what would be the first thing that would happen? He'd get instantly butt blasted out of his mind. He would be enthralled with Spawn, right? Because if you've never seen something like Spawn, it'll capture your imagination. It absolutely will. But eventually he would try to escape, and he'd fail because he's Chris Chan. Chris Chan would not be able to escape Spawn on his own. Let's just be real here. Chris Chan is like functionally retarded, I guess. Like what is mentally retarded but with like just the barest, slimmest margin of not being retarded, you know? Like, he wouldn't technically qualify, but he'd be like 2 or 3 points above it. And so somebody in his position is just never going to be able to navigate their way out of a Spawn, the greater Spawn area. It's just not going to happen. There'd be a million billion white knights who'd show up, try to get him set up, equip him. But he'd be such a lolcow, though. There'd be no way in hell he'd get out without ending up in a compilation of some kind, you know? Like, I just don't see that happening. Ultimately, while that would definitely be the wildest fucking thing ever, I don't know. I don't know how it would turn out. That's a very interesting thought experiment, Dots. Thank you. So empty, devoid of substance, you couldn't watch past the intro. Yeah. Yeah. Now you know. It felt like there was nothing of value to be had there. And I watched the whole video. That was the worst part. I watched the entire thing. I might have to just have other people screen fit videos for me going forward. Hey guys, is this any good? Is this worth my time? Hey, do fit video. Okay, cool. You guys watch it and tell me how it is. I'll watch it if it's worthwhile. Oh, we don't have enough. Oh, we have just enough for these 2 boxes, though. Hell yeah. Hot diggity damn. I've got exactly 1 spare stack of magenta left. I disagree. I liked his highway travel video. Sure, it was boring by Fitz standards, but it was original. Okay. Well, see, now that I will take. At least somebody had a positive impression from it. Because nobody that I know of had a positive impression of that video. So, like, that just speaks to the fact that people all have different tastes. But also, like, it seemed odd, I guess. Okay. Glassed up. I'm gassed up, I'm glassed up, and I'm assed up. Throw that in there. Thank you, whoever made all those dies. I'm very happy. I'm still stuck in 2BGT Spawn. I learned about it a couple months ago. Self-played for... Okay, yeah, that's fine. If you're new, that's one thing. But I have a feeling you will be able to figure your way out of there. Right? You're not hopelessly trapped. I have a feeling you'd be able to do it. Jack, my deepest condolences. Chris Chan sniped on 2B2T. Not about sniped. But he would definitely be harassed. Like, there's no way in hell you'd be. American is the word? What does that mean? Did you watch any of Charlie Kirk debating? Not really. I'm not a debate type person. I just find them boring. Like, debates are all about people yelling at each other, and I don't give a shit. That's not entertaining to me. That's not interesting. Don't get me wrong, there's a reason, debate has its purpose. But I'm not. I'm just not into that. I'm not into watching that, I should say. Condolences for watching the Fit Diagonal video. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's how it is. Oh, whoa. What the fuck? Okay. It'd be amazing if you did a Civilization event. No, I'm good. I've already done a Civ event. It was probably one of the better ones where we were all different races of like fantasy creature or being or whatever. There were mushroom men. There were what else? There was spiders, zombies. Like it was pretty cool. But that said, like that whole event was kind of just whatever. It was fine, but there were hackers, and it kind of ruined it. And, well, I just don't feel like there would ever realistically be a Civ event that would be that interesting. Like, if you're going to do a Civilization thing, you need to have a really killer twist. And there just aren't any killer twists. Like, none that would require... None that are easy to set up. You can't just put players in a box anymore. You got to do something interesting. Hey, Grindlord, watch. Welcome. You can watch debates that are often emotionally charged. Yeah, exactly. That too. The emotional charging just kind of makes me go, ugh. The Red Sox win. Welcome, Chase. I'm glad your Sox are red and that they've won. What did they win? The World Series? I know the Red Sox are a baseball team. I don't care. Sports ball. Yay. Woo. Have any real life scientists you look up to? I think Einstein and I could really have some fun. Like, I would love to pick Einstein's brain. I could probably teach him a thing or two. Because it's been like 70-something years since the man died. There are a lot of crazy things that have advanced since. When did Einstein die? Did he die in the 50s or the 70s? Einstein death. Yeah, it was 55. Okay. Damn. 55, 2025. Wow. 70 years exactly. Yeah, it's been 70 years since Einstein died. So, if I could talk with him or whatever, that'd be neat. We could jive. We could gel. There'd be a lot of crazy, fun, interesting things to shoot the shit about. Because, 70 years, I mean, that's almost a century. Like, that's 3/4 of a century almost. Like, so many things have happened and changed since then. He'd be blown away by computers. Computational stuff, computers, quantum computers. Like, all the quantum physics advancements, the black hole advancements... Oh my god, so many things have happened in the interceding 70 years. Yeah, we'd have a field day. Absolutely. If I had the ghost of Einstein on my shoulder, oh, baby. But, like, I don't idolize any scientists, if that's what you're asking. I do kind of look up to, in the sense that I appreciate their work. I wouldn't mind getting to meet the people behind the work. You know, I wouldn't want them... Because, you know, at the end of the day, they're people, right? Tesla's the GOAT. Yeah, but I heard Tesla's, like... Tesla was hard to get along with. As nice as he was, and as cool, and as influential, and as important, and all that. But, like... getting along with those scientists as people would be more interesting to me. And then obviously we could shoot the shit about science too, but, you know. Scientific endeavors. Imagine what he could do if we had him today. Yeah. Yeah. Truly is magnificent to think what a brilliant mind like his could achieve under the certain circumstances. Einstein or Einstein, as in the theory of relativity guy. May not be the guy that DM'd you about the Civ event. Yeah, I figured you were. That's why you named your YouTube name Jack. You're clearly trying to get my attention. Which is fine, but like again, you need a real killer twist for a Civ event. We learned the nerds got George's account through the website instead of randomly found a Chinese daily. Yeah, Harold's perspective changed. Well, I don't think Fit was able to release that information. Probably because of George Bush. Mr. 420 probably had a way to prevent that info from leaking. But then I don't know. I don't know what went on behind the scenes. Fit routinely, back in the day, Fit would allude to all sorts of stuff happening behind the scenes. And yet, next to nothing ever came out of it. So I don't know. Who makes the best CPU, Intel or AMD? I have an AMD. It served me well. I couldn't tell you who the best is. I'm not really a computer parts guru. I just know that a really high-end processor is probably good enough. You don't really need to be that concerned. I mean, maybe you should be, but I don't know. I'm not really the person to ask regarding stuff like that. Whoever makes the best probably won't be the best for very long, because the competition will probably catch up. Unless we've hit some sort of a bottleneck regarding computer engineering, you know, which I believe we have. Okay, empty box. All right. Let us travel to the midway point around the bend. George was embarrassed, I guess? I mean, would you want that sort of information openly getting out? Like, yeah, I would be embarrassed. Shit, I downloaded a ratted client and I got my ass fucked. Yeah, let me go onto the 2B2T Reddit and make a giant post about it. Like, let me just air all the dirty laundry for everybody to know and see. Like, God, no. If I had George Bush 420's power, I would fucking suppress the hell out of that. It doesn't surprise me in the slightest. But, you know, the honesty of admitting, hey, I ran a server given to me, or not a server, a website, given to me by the nerds on the 2B2T server box. You know, I'm sorry, guys. To all people affected, I'm terribly sorry. You like how truthful that was? Thank you. Vid about the truth of 2B2T. I don't even remember what was in that vid, man. You're gonna have to give me more to go on than that. What will I do when they stop supporting Windows 10? Probably keep using Windows 10. just to say, fuck you, Microsoft. I know I need to go and find a fix or whatever that will keep everything from going kaput. There's bound to be a mod or something to keep Windows 10 from imploding come October 11th. Because when they were like, we're not supporting Windows 7 anymore, move over to Windows 8. And everybody took one look at that and went, hell no. There were workarounds for Windows 7. I still have a Windows 7 machine. Like, I got 3 of them, actually. Like, I really don't care. They can stop supporting it all they want. I'm going to keep supporting it because it's actually okay. Like, the world does not, in fact, revolve around Microsoft's development schedule. He's referring to the day 2PT died. Oh, that video. Gotcha. Your legal name is Jack. Oh, okay. Not trying to get my attention. Whoops. Would mind if you did change your name? It's fine. That's fine. I just assumed that because there are people who do stuff like that. Sorry for assuming too much, Jack. Other Jack. But yeah, you know, if you all can engineer a really interesting twist to the Civilization formula, I might be willing. Might be a willing participant. But like, there'd need to be something really, really like bonkers going on. All the fun twists have been done before. I hate to tell you. You know, it's like making a movie, right? What sort of movie could you make if you were given an unlimited amount of budget, actors, technical know-how, all the works, right? And you were told, make a movie. You be anything at all, whatever. Make a movie. Here is everything in the whole of human civilization to make that happen. Would you make a good movie? Would you be capable of making a good movie? Probably not. I would argue that if any of us were given such resources, we would balls it up, and it wouldn't be worth your time to go to the theater and watch. So that's kind of how it is with something like a Minecraft Civilization, whatever. Like, if you have all the crazy, awesome things at your fingertips that Minecraft has, now obviously it's not everything ever, but it is a good amount of things. At a certain point, you know. At a certain point, you have to kind of go, well, what do we do? Yeah, Top Hat Jack, Jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, there are a lot of people here who... I just like the name Jack, too. My name is not legally Jack, so, you know. You got me beat on that front. OnlyFans created more money than Patreon. Wow, neat. Cool. Yeah, that's totally healthy for a society. Right. Okay, so that's done. Oh, wow, that looks so beautiful from afar. The magenta and the purple really blend. Oh, they really blend so well. New Jack lore? I've said that for years, dude. That's not new. Have been happy on Manjaro for 7+ years. If you want to switch to Linux, you'll find lots of support and help. Aw. I mean, I'm not averse to a Linux system. I just don't care. I like that Windows is predominantly just as is. I just wish there was a less paused Windows 10. That would be great. Like a completely unfucked Windows 10 would be great. Windows 10, but without the gay. That would be a great operating system. What the hell? Whose copper is this? Huh. Whatever. Yeah, bro was not aware. Brother. I require oats, brother. Brother, we have many calves, brother. I love that Burial Goods made a follow-up to that. That shit is so good. So you listen to what the pigs say, do you, brother? Ha! You know too much, brother. Okay, so it seems... these shafts are the last bits. Perhaps there'll be some kind of Windows long-term version. One could opt in for security updates, or maybe something like Tiny tend to keep updates. I don't know. I don't think security updates are all they're cracked up to be. Fuck. I know there are exploits, and obviously you do need to have security. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, this is a method of control, and they know it. But, I mean, everybody knows it. They want you to buy the next big thing. And I'm like, nah. I'm quite good with what I've got. It's a sort of planned obsolescence that is both planned and forced. It's not planned obsolescence, it's enforced obsolescence, and there's a difference. It's one thing if the thing gives out on you and you gotta buy a new one. It's another if the thing works perfectly fine and they're like, you must change anyway because we said so. Like, that's a different beast altogether. And so, no, I will not, in fact, do anything other than just tell you to go stuff it where the sun don't shine. Because that's how I roll. I mean, my legal name is John, but as you probably know, Jack is a common nickname for John. Oh. So I technically lied? Oh, well. Enforced adolescence. I don't know about adolescence, but sure. Windows 10 without the gay? Yes, that would be nice. It is, but without security updates, you end up fucking yourself as well with them. It'd be much easier to find an exploit for Windows 10 without active security updates. True. But I'm also of the opinion that people aren't going to care. I could be wrong. We'll see. Only time will tell on this one. As soon as you switch to Linux, you become a more dedicated seller than Family Guy's Al Harrington. Damn. Security updates are still needed. Yeah, to a degree. I grant you that. Whoa. Giant gaping hole. I have to catch the next one. Okay, take care, TJ. Tomorrow morning, you know, at the usual time. So, you know, the usual stuff. I will probably be placing more glass or quartz or whatever the hell it is that's missing. I need to go around to... Okay. No, we already did this one. I need to go to this one. This is just purple glass. Okay. You can usually tell at a distance. Probably going to stick with Windows 10 a while. I have stuff that, yeah, exactly. I have stuff that may not work post-upgrade. Like, I don't want to fuck with that. Like, Windows has always been a bit of a house of cards. But, like, at this point, it's very sunk cost fallacy. Like, we can't just up and unplug from it. It's not that simple. Oh, fuck. TJ just donated, what, a Diet Coke? Oh, yeah, well, that's fine. I appreciate you, TJ. Thank you for your donation. I greatly anyone willing to donate for anything is always good in my books. Should take my box with me. Windows 10, the last version, seemingly. Am I prototyping or making concepts for the Jack Rooms too? I'm making Space Valkyria 33. And by 33, I mean it's Space Valk 3 for the third time on 2 Builders, 2 Tools. So, I'm not going to be doing Jack Rooms stuff until New Year's or so. That's roughly where we are in the schedule. But hey, you know, we'll get to it, I promise. I'm still excited for doing something for Escape the Jack Rooms 2. I'm not like, that project's not dead, it's just sleeping. Other things have cropped up that are just as important, but maybe a little less on the long term important. He's not working on it right now, yeah. Can TJ donate me a Coke and a burger? It's for homework. Okay. I mean, you're probably not looking at any places being open, except maybe, well, I don't know, there's some fast food stuff, I suppose. Microsoft loves enforced adolescence. You mean obsolescence. Which means they love ending things, and Microsoft owns Mojang, which means they will force an end update. They'll force Minecraft to end. Yeah, I get what you mean. That does feel kind of on topic for them, or on brand rather. Yeah, they would totally do that. Jackrooms 2 will come out when the Backroom movie comes out. Hey, if Backrooms movie comes out next year, yeah, we'll probably be around that time. Though I really don't know how big of an endeavor it's going to be to like make, because like we're talking a huge cityscape area. Like that's not a simple overnight project. And we have to have all the redstone, and we have to have everything put in place, and we have to make sure it all works, and that the chunk loading doesn't fuck with things, and blah, 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 blah. On and on and on it goes. Like, it ain't bad, it's just not going to be quick or easy. Ooh, okay. Yeah, the zoom's a little bit better on the, Spyglass now. Oh well. Did you hear about UK's digital ID? Yeah. Yeah, they know it's unpopular. They know they don't. They know that people will revolt. Though whether or not the UK will revolt remains to be seen. But they know this is an unpopular thing. Which is why they're forcing it in as fast as possible and as comprehensively as possible, like they did with various things here in America. They don't want people to have their own personal freedom. They want everybody to be a ward of the state. That has always been the goal. You will be everybody. You will be our bitch. We are your betters. You will listen to us. We know what is good for you, etc., etc. You don't know what's good for you. You'll make bad choices. You'll eat the food we don't want you to eat. You'll drive your car when we don't want you to drive, when we want you to walk, you know, stuff like that. Like, Jackrooms 2 sounds like a website ad you'd find on an Optifine website. Okay. I mean, yeah, the name is a parody, but the whole name is Escape the Jackrooms, meaning it is a Backrooms parody made by Jack the Ripper. So don't read too deeply into that. At least they know how much people hate. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure there will be something that comes along and changes things. Because, like, it's looking like the Prime Minister of the UK is not going to be there for very much longer. And whoever gets in after him is probably going to uproot most of his changes. Pull them out by the root. We'll see. You know, it's still too late or too early to know anything. There's no way to be sure yet. We'll see which way the wind blows. Okay. Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking like some stuff's missing. We'll put a happy little block there. And a happy little block there. Oh, I've missed some stuff. Okay, I'm just making sure, going along the edge here, making sure I'm not missing anything. The UK has always had a problem with this nanny state mentality, where this was something that on 2B2T we all noted years ago. And this was like one of the big reasons why people liked 2B2T back in the early years. No plugins or anything else to handhold you or to nanny you. You know, nobody to tell you can't do this, can't do that. Like, the UK has always had that problem for some reason. They've always had this nanny, nag kind of mentality for some reason. I couldn't really tell you why. I just know that that's something they have struggled with over in Britbongistan. And they've struggled with it for centuries. They've always had tyrants over there. And I mean real fucking tyrants. Like, America has not had tyrants to the degree the UK has had. Oh, wait, shit. Wrong way. Gotta go the opposite direction. I don't know if it's something in the water. I don't know if it's their culture. I don't know if it's the weather. I just don't know. I don't know what causes that. Yeah, it's the beans and their teeth. It's the state of their teeth and their beans. Right. Like, it feels like that is just sort of a facet of their lives. I'm genuinely not certain if they'll ever do anything or not. I'm certain that they'll hit a breaking point and they'll shake it off for a while. But like, they never seem to really get rid of the tyrants in their midst. Excuse me. Not mist. As I said, the British have always had this love of tyrants, or this tolerance of tyrants or tyranny, for a time. And then they do something about it. It just takes them a long fucking time to do anything about it. So I don't know. I'm genuinely uncertain. I am thinking we'll see a change in our lifetimes, though, if the British government oversteps farther. But who knows? There are a lot of people out there who are very cynical and have just kind of resigned themselves to nothing ever happening. I don't know. Go take a vacation to Venezuela and tell me how. Oh no, I don't want to go to Venezuela. I don't recommend anybody goes to Venezuela. This is why you stay in Mexico? We have it better than the British? Ooh. Man. When you know the country overrun by cartels is preferable to Britbongistan, you know you've gone wrong. And that perhaps a change of government is needed over there. But yeah, they do have the cartels and the drug trafficking and all that awful stuff that does indeed happen. But like, I don't know. No, I'm not going anywhere in South America, the third world, none of that. I'm not stupid. I know how bad those places are. I feel bad for anybody who has to live there, but like, I'm not stupid to... I'm not so stupid as to assume they'll be okay. Like, no. There are awful things that happen all around the world every day. We live in a very sheltered time period, except for some of us who don't have the privilege and the luxury of living in a sheltered time period. But like the majority of us, seemingly, maybe that's wrong, but it seems that the majority of us, or at least the loud minority, we live in a very cushy, safe lifestyle, life place, you know. It's easy to forget how bad it is out abroad. Oh well. Hey, Stone Cold Killer. Brit Bongistan was funnier? No, it's not Brit Bombistan. It's Brit Bong. B-O-N-G. Brit Bongistan. I forget how the name Brit Bong got invented. I think it's something to do with Big Ben. You know, because Big Ben is their famous landmark or whatever. But yeah, Brit Bong Istan, because Istan means the land of, and it's usually Muslim, and they're overrun with Muslims, so, you know. But for YouTube's sake, I would never endorse the bombing of any place or anyone or anywhere. God, no. I'm merely referring to the people as Brit-Bongs. Because they live in the land of Brit-Bong. Brit-Bong-istan. Always find yourself realizing everything I take for granted. Yeah. Yeah, taking things for granted is very easy to do. That honestly is like the silliest thing that I think we in the first world as a whole that we do on a daily basis. We take stuff for granted so badly. Oh, I missed a shoot. Like, we just assume, you know, the world as a whole works the way that it does, and it will always do this. It will always work this way. No? No, actually, it doesn't. Wait, what the hell? Oh! Right, I had to block that up because I installed the tram here. That's why I missed that shoot. I blocked it from the ground up. Oh well. Okay. Did I get all the magenta glass on the 4 pillars? Looks like I did. Oh, those bottom areas could use the... Those are blocks. Pretty sure those are blocks under there. Okay, so the bottom areas underside, under these, could use their extra little flares. Okay, that's looking good. How do things look through shaders? It's all right. Kind of does the job. Shit in Mexico is not like it was in the 2000s. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I don't want things to stay bad, especially not just shy south of the southern border. I hate the idea of people having to live in squalor. Oh, that's right. There's supposed to be a dragon egg with a respawn anchor here. Oh, shit. That almost fell over. Okay, let's just go this way. Who owns the Arch Linux account? Is that like a meme account? Is that actually somebody's real account? Like, didn't somebody in the devs say they owned it? I don't remember. People just don't like admitting there's a problem. And just put the people who are suffering, who have less money in a class, first, second, third world. Yeah, because there's more than enough money on Earth to solve those countries' problems. Kind of, but it's a little more subtle than that. It's more a matter of the lust for power. Like, our problems are logistical, not productive. But power is so alluring, you'll likely never see anybody willingly give up power. Like, if somebody gives up power, that's like a once in 1,000 years event. Power is always hoarded and slept on. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's not as simple as people make it out to be. Giving those people money would not fix all their woes either. That's another common misconception. From 2012 onwards, things have been slowly but surely getting better. Okay. We said for about, okay. Good. Except for Cuba and Haiti. Yeah, those places are a hell of their own make. Yeah. Wow. I think it's just so fast. Talk of the town of Venezuela got a really bad life right now. Yeah. Or really got bad life RNG. Yeah. Whenever everyone is about production, yes, yeah, greed. It's just not as simple as if you could give everybody money. Like, that really would not solve everybody's problems. It would solve some people's problems. But it would also dump newer problems in their laps, too. So, like, that's a hard habit to get out of, thinking that money will fix all your woes. It'll fix some of your woes. Might even fix most of your woes. But you will replace those problems with newer, different problems. So don't immediately assume everything will be A-okay. I just realized I gotta be out on the disc. There is magenta and all that to be printed here. You're able to talk about the printer module, or is it under wraps? It's under wraps time, sorry. In alternate universe where Jack was female, how would 2B2T treat me? I don't know. That's a little too crazy for me to answer. I mean, probably like every other girl on 2B2T throughout 2B2T's history. You have people who would simp, people who would dunk on me for being a girl, people who would be gentlemanly, people who'd be rude for the sake of being rude. Oh my god, there's so much purple or magenta glass here. It would be a mixed bag. I think you would see a greater level of orbiterism. You know what I mean? Like people being orbiters. You know how that is. Like, females on the internet naturally attract simps and orbiters. It's just... I think it's human nature. I really do. I think this is just this primal section of the male brain that just wants to do that. So yeah, who knows? I saw Karma using his printer at Spawn Stasis yesterday. It was insane. Yeah. Yeah, this is an insane printer. Ah, shit. I'm missing some purple there. I'm gonna have to come back with some purple and see. I need an up-to-date material list of like what has not been got. Oh, that's right. I've already exhausted that shulker. Never mind. Jack would get harassed beyond oblivion. Oh yeah, definitely. There would be a lot of harassment, I know. There was this dude I knew who had a girlfriend who played 2PTT with, and she allegedly passed away. Ooh, poor guy. And he took over all her accounts and used her identity to his advantage. What the fuck? He said it was his way as cope. Oh, wow. And then, so I don't want to be too rude about it. It was his mechanism of coping. I don't know about that one, man. That's a little bit much. Oh my god, my brother died, so I'm gonna puppet all of his accounts. Like, but it's my method of coping. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know that you're allowed to do that. Like, you're allowed to grieve. You're allowed to do what you can to kind of come to terms with the passing of your loved one. I get that. But I decided to sock puppet all of her accounts because reasons. What the fuck? I left my girlfriend, so I'll exploit what she left behind for well, maybe not money, but in this case it'd be in-game handouts and like free items in World of Warcraft. Like, that's a bit much. God, just... What the fuck? And I get why he would do that at first. Like, I can even understand where he's coming from. It kind of made it in his own mind feel like she was still with him. But at a certain point, you gotta pull back and go, wait a minute. Am I the bad guy here? Since he's changed Discord, he gave it... Okay. Okay, well, if he stopped, then that's fine. Hello, Universon. If he has quit doing that type of behavior, I'm alright. I no longer have any judgment to pass upon him. If he came to the realization on his own that he was bad for doing that, like, that's really, really wrong. You should not do that at all. But if he came to that realization on his own, then good for him. That's way better than not. Because, like, that's something you would need to stage an intervention for, you know? If you caught somebody puppeting their old dead girlfriend's account, that's fucked up. Thankfully, yeah. It seems like he stopped. Okay. Only a few more bits of magenta on this giant pillar. Although I will say this pillar is out of hand. Weirdest part was how I genuinely thought I was talking to a female because of how he texted. Well, he learned, like, mannerisms can be imitated. They can be picked up. They can be learned. Like, how do you think women's mannerisms were even, like, invented in the first place? Like, body language, methods of walking, methods of talking. Like, all of this is stuff we learn. We just do so subconsciously. But that eventually, you know, they worm your way into your subconscious. And if you're paying even slightly attention, you can pick up on these things. So it doesn't surprise me at all that he was copying her, and it was convincing. Still fucked up, though. Like I said, as long as he came to the realization on his own that he shouldn't do that, good on him. Was this somebody you knew very well? Or just sort of like an in-passing internet friend, maybe? I could see you, I could see you getting fooled more readily by somebody you're not super familiar with, but like maybe an acquaintance, you know? I don't know. That's just very, very strange. Get all that stained glass? Well, it's regular glass. I stained it myself. You can look back on the stream and see me doing that. As for where all the resources came from, I don't know. Everybody's just kind of pitching in. People have things that they are willing to give, and I am willing to use. Ooh. The devs is a very large group at this point. So there's enough people with enough stashes and other such things to reasonably source most of Space Valk 3. We're still struggling with some things, actually. Though they're not the sorts of things anybody can help with. It's like, we're just going to have to bite the bullet and do it. Like, we need to make an automated azalea farm. We need azalea leaves. We need flowering azalea leaves. We need jungle. Although jungle's easy to get, obviously. But, like, it's just stuff like that. Like, I used a wider variety of items. At a certain point, I fell in love with the idea of using a large variety of stuff. I can't really be sure when. I just know at a certain point I was consciously making the effort to use as many different unique items as possible. Oh. Ow. Which is why the dirt mansion had packed mud and brick and all that. Oh man, dirt mansion, we gotta fix the dirt mansion. We gotta fix the Enderman issue in it too. Because like there are bits of grass and all that everywhere and like spots that it shouldn't be, and like that's a problem. They're just going to pick it apart again if we fix it. I guess that's the luxury of having the ability to turn off your spawning in your world. You don't have to worry about Endermen pilfering everything. Oh, shit. Is this all stained glass? Panes. Yep. Oh, wait. Never mind. There appears to be a solid block element. There we go. You didn't know him super well. He was a 2B2T historian. I got in a group with him once to restore an old base, but the dude who was leading the project lied about being an OG. He's literally as old as Mr. Roscoe. Ouch. So he and I went off on our own, and that's when he told you. Okay. He's since quit due to personal life stuff. Fair. Well, I wish him the best. Even if what he's kind of done is a little questionable. You know. Everybody has the ability to turn over that new leaf. Lied about being an OG player. Ugh. Many such cases. I love that you directly compare him to Mr. Roscoe. That's funny. That brought a smile to my face. Remember, kids, join dates don't matter. I kind of have to disagree with that. Join dates kind of do matter. Maybe not, like, super greatly. You know, you could still have fun. You can still be a good player. You can still be somebody worth knowing. Just that if you are joining, you should know that, like, history and time and all that do actually matter here. Don't claim to be something you're not. But I get why he would do that, because nobody would want to know about some young kid who's just, like, joined 2B for the first time or whatever, right? Because, like, who the fuck are you, you know? Like, I get that you would want that clout. Especially at a young age, you would want to have this kind of following. Like, that's alluring. It's intoxicating for some people. I get it. I don't recommend you do that, but I get it. So, it's fine. But that is a funny way to catch somebody in a lie. You think somebody named DJ Style 09 is actually from 2012? God, no. 09? If that's his birth year, and yeah, he'd have to be 09 to be Roscoe's age. Dude. You mean to tell me he was a 3-year-old baby playing 2B2T? Like, at 3, 09 to 2012, that you're 3 years old and you're on 2B2T. Really? I have no idea what I was doing at 3, but it certainly wasn't anything to do with computers. Probably watching VHS tapes and, like, playing in the dirt, maybe. I don't know. Fuck if I know, man. Oh, well. No one would care if you were random that played for 5 minutes in 2B on 2B in 2012. Yeah, that's also true. Like, If you were a quote older player, but you didn't do anything and nobody would know you apart from the man in the moon, yeah, that is a problem. And I also, again, I get the flip side of this coin. Nobody would want to know some young kid who just blew out of Stupid Town, right? Or blew in out of Stupid Town, I mean. Right? Like, yeah, nobody would care. Nobody would want to know him. But, oh well. At the end of the day, people gotta learn to stop fucking clout chasing. I swear, this year he got his first PC. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, everybody's got to start somewhere, I suppose. But, like, come on now. Oh, well. At least he fessed up. Most kids wouldn't. Most kids, you'd have to catch them directly. You'd have to be like, wait a second, you're still a squeaker. How did you play in 2012 if you're this fucking young? If your balls haven't dropped 13 years later, were you like 2? Oh, yeah, like it's such an obvious sort of thing to catch people in. And yet the number of people who've been caught in lies like that is just astronomical. Genuinely a great form of humiliative self-humiliation, I mean. YouTube link to his Discord. Stream VOD literally sounded 12. It's because he was. Or just a hair above 12. 09. First year he got it. So he had to have been 4 or 5. He had to have been. Right? If you're getting a computer at 12. In 2012. Or sorry, in 2009. And it's your very first. You had to have been. And you still sound 12, right? You can't be older than 16. I know some people's voices do kind of hang in the upper register until they hit like 18. Like that does happen. But yeah, you have to be very, very, very young. Confronted him as his autistic cousin. Ouch. Deflecting on your autistic cousin like that? Oh. Some people. Little Jimmy, did you swipe the candy from the top shelf on in the candy jar? No, it was my autistic cousin Sarah. Timmy. Johnny. Yeah, it was my autistic cousin Johnny. He's the one that did it. Like, people are going to be blaming autism for things for years to come. Did you kill this person? No, the autism made me do it. I hope that becomes a defense. I genuinely hope people use that as a defense someday. Yeah, sure it was. Exactly. Oh well. Okay. I've got a lot of magenta glass yet to place. So, to that end, rather, I'm probably just going to be placing more glass tomorrow. Oh god, no, I'm going to be doing this all day. I wanted to get to the little bits of quartz that are missing. There's a lot of those. Seems like I'm going to be stuck doing this. So yeah, I'm gonna dip out for the evening. I should probably be getting a shower and heading to bed soon. This guy sticks around once 122 comes out. Would you add the Nautilus? Ooh. Can you scoop it into a bucket? Can you get a bucket of Nautilus? Is that a thing? If it is, maybe. I don't know. I don't mind adding Nautili to an aquarium or two. There's plenty of options. But can you transport them easily? That's the question. Have they given us an answer? Because if not, there's really no point in asking about it. I can't transport it. I can't bring it here. I would if I could, but I can't. But I don't know. I don't know what they're... I mean, obviously we don't have a snapshot or anything yet, so... It's not a simple matter to answer that question. But I am curious to know if they will let us transport them like all the other water mobs that you can bucket. Probably on the snapshot we'll find out. Okay, so we don't know yet. Well, then I can't give a good answer, yes or no. I was like, we'll have to see. Yeah. Fuck. Something's crawling on my back. Okay, yeah, at any rate, y'all have a great evening. I will catch you all in the morning. Those of you who will be available. Those of you who are not yet available but will be. Those of you who don't know, I stream in the mornings on Thursdays and Wednesdays. That's just to kind of hit the European and the Asian folk who are not able to attend night streams. Do you get excited for the Nautilus and underwater building? Yeah. Terraforming landscapes that stop at the waterline. I mean, I guess that's fine. I don't find the Nautilus to be super useful. The spear is going to be more useful, I feel. I'm surprised they're adding the spear now. I hope it gets sharpness. I hope it can be tossed. I would really love a spear tossing enchantment like the Trident. I feel like the Trident was a missed opportunity with its, you know, throwing thing. Being able to toss a spear, maybe it doesn't have loyalty. Maybe it will, I don't know, magic its way back in your inventory. I can't really be sure. Maybe it isn't a good idea to have the spear be throwable at all. I couldn't tell you. All I know is I want it to be good for PvP. I want some alternative to Crystal PvP. So maybe mid-air Elytra battles will be different. You don't dig slow on the Nautilus? I guess. I don't know. They've not actually mentioned, because like there's Breath of the Nautilus, which doesn't let you drown, but does that give you aqua affinity? Or do you have to already have that? I don't know. A lot of uncertain things right at the moment. We'll have to get a snapshot and find out. Yeah, we can joust. Not having to worry about the swim animation fucking everything up. Yeah, I guess. We'll see. No good way to say anything about what will or won't happen. Other than the leaks. The leaks were fucking hilarious. They had everything spot on. I'm curious who is leaking. You mine as if you had Aqua Affinity. Okay. Well, that's good. How long will I be live for? Tomorrow, probably about 3-4 hours. But tonight, I'm about to wrap up. I'm going to lay down the last bits of magenta here on this structure. And then I'm going to head off to bed. I'm almost finished with this building, so I'm just going to finish the building. Might play a tiny bit of White Knuckle while I'm at it. I've gotten to the Abyss again. Only this time with a completely different artifact. It's this gravity glove that lets you manipulate your own personal gravity for a time. It just gives you low grav for like 20 seconds every 30 seconds or something. It's pretty cool. So yeah. Check the last stream, one of the 3 things I think it done come back to end of 10 minutes ago. Was a long stream. I mean, I'm not very good at going right to the point. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I'm just trying to finish this up because I'm locked in. Okay. So I think... yeah, this level's finished. Whatever. I'll do this in the morning. Shouldn't take too long. Okay. You all have a great evening. I'll catch y'all later. See y'all in the morning. Goodbye.